Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress with Pixie Dust Tarot, and I'm so excited to bring you a flip-through review of the new updated Enchanted Romance Tarot deck that I created. I did it through MakePlayingCards.com, and I have my original versions that are still up there that you can watch in the playlist of the decks that I created. But I'm going to show you this one first, and then I'm going to do a comparison, and then I'm going to give you a sneak preview for a future deck as well. So let us take a look at the Enchanted Romance. First of all, I still haven't it's in this beautiful box, and I haven't taken in this box is not the shiny box like the other decks that I've had. I made only one version. The silver version has a matte box, but all the other versions have this shiny box gloss, and it's new. It's a new cover, new artwork for this cover, and I think it's so perfect. So just refresh what this is about. It's a beautiful, inspiring deck compiled of exquisitely enchanting classical artwork from pre-raphaelite masters such as Sir Frederick Leighton, Dante Gabriel Rossetti, especially John William Waterhouse, and others. Each piece was carefully chosen to reflect the mood and meaning of every individual tarot card using the traditional symbology of the Rider-Waite deck. The luscious, rich tones, vibrant settings, and evocative characters set the mood and tells the romantic story of love lost, love found, and love everlasting. I'm a romantic, by the way. And so I compiled the artwork and edited and reworked certain ones. And yes, and so there it is. And let's take a look inside now. Before I go any further, first of all, it comes with a book. Unlike all my other decks, you had to buy a book separately. This deck will come with the deck, which is a very nice new feature that Make Playing Cards has. Before, they just had like pamphlet type booklets to go with it. Now they have full bound booklets that go with decks if you choose. So I'll go real quickly through the booklet. It's very similar to my other booklets if you've seen me flip through them, but some updates. So updated to match the new deck. Let's just start at the beginning. This is a beautifully inspiring compilation. Okay, basically saying the same thing, but it's the symbolism related to the traditional Pamela Coleman Smith images of the Rider-Waite Smith tarot deck. And I chose them each specifically to set the tone. So let it take you on a journey down the divine road of enchantment. And these are the list of the artists, along with all the artists that you will see in the tarot. In the book, I also feature Emma Florence Harrison and Howard Pyle. So here's the major arcana. I'm not gonna, we have some updates. And then there's the centerfold. And then minor arcana. Starting with the wands, and swords and pentacles. Wait, you might want to see the cups image. There you go. Wait, cups, swords, pentacles. And then in the back, I have just a few spreads. The Celtic Cross spread, which is a traditional spread that I always use. And if you would like to order one of those, you're definitely welcome to reach out to me. This is the Twin Flame spread that a lot of you might recognize from the days where I did your monthly Twin Flame messages and readings. And I can go back to doing that again if you would like. Just let me know in the comment section. and the past, present, future, which is a very nice, straightforward way of getting some information quickly. And here's a few more of these beautiful, another image, another spread. This is kind of a romantic marriage type spread, something old, something new. If any of you would like these kinds of spread, just let me know. And then a few more pictures, and then my little info page. So this is all the ways that you can contact me, but specifically email is the best way. I do all my business through my email, and I put you in a queue and I get to you as quickly as possible. And usually readings, I can get to your readings within 2 days, so I do pretty fast work there. All right, now there's still plastic on this deck, so I have to get the plastic off because I haven't looked at it yet. You guys are looking at it with me. Oh, before we even get into it though, check out, I edged it in, I had it edged in a rainbow holographic edging, so I'm just so excited about that. It's just so pretty, and all the images are now higher detail, really fine-tuned the images and taken away some images and added others. So let's take a look. You can see even better. It's not silver, but it's like rainbow holographic edge. Just so pretty. I could stare at it forever. I have my rainbow holographic nails to go with it, so I'm scratching already. Okay. All right, let's start at the beginning. So we have for them, and I made this a set of 78 cards, very traditional, very no extra cards in this deck, just to keep the cost down for you. We have the Fool, so it's an updated Fool, and you'll see comparison in the next chapter if you're interested in seeing comparison to the old deck. The Magician, the High Priestess, and the Empress. And new to this deck is this Emperor. So it's really hard to get diversity in pre-raphaelite, but I kind of created this Emperor through and sort of designed him. I added his crown and everything. A little bit of digital manipulation there. The Hierophant. Chose this one over the other one to be the official Hierophant of my deck. Lovers. There was a basic edition that's no longer available, but the holographic edition is still available for a limited time, and soon that will be phased out. And that's what I'll show you next in the next chapter, the holographic version of this deck. And I'll do a little comparison so you can see. Strength. Hermit, but I wanted to go ahead and just do a flip through so that way you can see what the deck looks like. And if you're one of my subscribers that have been around a while, you don't really need to see a comparison because you've already seen my other decks. Here's a new Wheel card though, the Wheel. And a new Justice card. And I photo manipulated this one too. I added the scales. She was just a beautiful lovely lady. I didn't feel like I had enough like blonde representation, and not just that, it was her, I mean, it was just the beauty and the detail of this. I couldn't pass it up. And the Justice card that I had before was blurry, and I could not find a very clear quality version of it. The Hanged Man. Death. Temperance. I chose this to be my double. This is one that I designed to photo manipulation. The Tower. I also did manipulate this one too, because the tower was kind of wide. The boat was way over there, and she was way over there, and so I smushed them together. The Shipwreck. And also the star I manipulated too, added crowned from a different painting to her, and I gave her a cup instead of a pomegranate. And then we have the Moon and the Sun and Judgment. I couldn't find Judgment anywhere, so but this is a pretty good quality image. There. And the World. Okay, now let's take a look at the Wands. It's looking good so far, so I went over this and made sure it didn't have any mistakes. The Ace of Wands, and same with the box. I had to redo the box over and over again, but finally got it right. The Two of Wands. Still a little sticky because of the edge. The Three of Wands. Four of Wands. I don't know about you, but pre-raphaelite art just makes me feel so happy. I can't contain myself. Six of Wands. This is an amazing one. Seven of Wands. Eight of Wands. Some of these I had to really, you know, do a lot of editing to bring out the colors. And I wanted it to have sort of a cool bluish feeling, blue purpley feeling. The Nine of Wands. Ten of Wands. Page of Wands. Yeah, rework this one. This one looks much better. You'll have to see the difference in the second chapter. Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands. And King of Wands. I smoothed him out a bit. Okay, now let's see Cups. This is the one I chose for the Ace of Cups. I felt like after reworking this one a bit, it really lent itself to the blue and the liquid, the water elements. Two of Cups. And our new box cover, the Three of Cups, Romeo and Juliet, the tryst, as I call it. Four of Cups. Five of Cups. Six of Cups. Seven of Cups. Eight of Cups. This was a contender for box cover. A really nice one. Nine of Cups. The wish coming true. And here's a new Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups that I had just didn't seem to fit anymore. It was with King Henry VIII, and it was a nice gesture of moving trees for the lady, and I'll show you the comparison in the next chapter. But I like adding kind of these Viking types. It adds an element of age and also figure, for more full figured, you know, a little more representation. The Page of Cups. The Knight of Cups. The Queen of Cups. And the King of Cups. So I combined the old king and the young king, and I came up with a new King of Cups. And I added the cup and the hand, and it's still a little rough maybe, but I'll take it. Okay, so now let's see about swords, our favorite, right? So we have the Ace of Swords, the Two of Swords, this one it's one of the hardest ones to alter because of it's twilight and the colors just so rich, and I just want to try to get everything to pop. The Three of Swords. I think her skirt looks quite nice. Four of Swords. I feel like I spent more time on the swords deck than any of the other ones. A suit, I mean. The Five of Swords. Six of Swords. Seven of Swords. The Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords. Ten of Swords. Page of Swords. Very traditional. The Knight of Swords. The Queen of Swords. And the King of Swords. All right, let's take a look at Pentacles now. We have Ace of Pentacles. It's all about the fruit and the earth things like flowers. Three of Pentacles. It's me and Melanie, or me and my sister. Three of Pentacles, or that was Two of Pentacles, sorry. The Three of Pentacles, that's another one that the coloring in the original was very tricky to work with, so I worked on this one a lot, but I think I got a very nice balance. Four of Pentacles. All the blues and the purples pops nice. Five of Pentacles. This is called my Rainbow Edition, well, just simply because of the edge. There's not much of a other reason than that. But the hues are very vivid, of course. The Six of Pentacles, so I chose the Knight with the kids. And here's a new one, Seven of Pentacles. And you can see in the next chapter what the old Seven of Pentacles was and why I changed it. The Eight of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. It's kind of fun too, because after working with tarot for long, you know, a few more years since the first edition that I made, I see things a little bit different, but some of it's still basically the same. The Ten of Pentacles. I got it right the first time mostly. This is our Page of Pentacles and the image that was in the original box, which I still love. And to make things a little more inclusive, then I added a Joan of Arc, a female Knight of Pentacles. So we have a female knight now in this deck. Check out her face. It looks a little bit darker in person than it does on the screen. So I just want to get a good detail there. Then our Queen of Pentacles. And our King of Pentacles. Okay, everybody, so I hope you like that. And if you want to see more comparison and a sneak preview, then stay tuned or skip to the chapter that you want to see, and I'll show you some more. So now you're on the next chapter, which is a comparison between my updated version of the Enchanted Romance and the old holographic version. So the old holographic was an extended deck. I think it's 90 images, and it came in this box, glossy, with this image on it. Also, if you ordered it through my Etsy, you got this this booklet to go with it. If you ordered it through my playing cards, you could let me know and I would have sent you a booklet like this. But that's no longer available either. Or I don't believe, yeah, the book is that old version of the book I don't believe is available, but I do have a couple of scratch and dent versions on my Etsy, and I'm going to lower those prices. Yeah, basically to give away prices. So as soon as the new version comes out officially. This is all sneak previews. Okay, so the full card did have a bit of a change. I gave her a little bit darker hair. As you can see, the holographic version had this nice sheen to it, whereas now I have the sheen on the edges instead, and the edges of the old deck were not holographic, they were just plain. And so the difference is quite nice, I think. Someday I may be able to do both, but it gets very costly, and I just don't want it to be so expensive that you know, you don't like it. I mean, that you can't easily obtain it. So, but I think it's really pretty when the edges are like that, and the image is nice and clear. But I like both versions too. So this will be available for a little while longer, but pretty soon will be phased out. If you like a reading with my original deck, though, I will still be able to give you readings with this deck. See how it's kind of worn. I've used it a lot. Okay, so let's keep going. The Magician is the same. The High Priestess is the same. Just the images are just the hues, and I just got you know, better versions of them. The detail you can see is a little bit better. The Emperor is the big change here. We had King Henry, and we're phasing out King Henry's image and using the new Emperor. And I have two versions of the Hierophant, so I had to choose one for the 78 card deck, but this is the also extended. And if you want it, it's still out there for a limited time at my makeplayingcards.com, and you can see the link for it down in the description box. And the Lovers is the same. But see that the detail, well, pretty close to the same. The Chariot is the same. I was able to get a little bit anyway, yes, more refined. Strength is the same. The Hermit. This is one that's always hard to get nice and clear. So we have the different wheel. In your sneak preview, I will show you something special about the wheel. That's the next chapter. The Justice card is different. I mean, I like the coloring on it. It just, I couldn't find a nice version. See, it's just not very clear. And that was one of the things Make Playing Cards just wants to be sure to have, like, really good quality products, and they want all their images to look really nice and clear. And unlike, you know, some of the places out there that resell decks, be aware that a lot of them are the image of the quality of the image is not going to be that good. And Death is the same. Temperance is the same. And then for my Devil, I have 2 devils in this extended version, and so I chose this is kind of, I can consider him my twin flame devil. And in the extended version, we have like the hedonistic devil, like the overeater or overindulger, and then the twin flame or lustful man, whatever. Okay, and then we have the Tower is the same. The Star is the same. And I mean, the Star looks awfully pretty in holographic, but yeah. It's still a possibility. That'll be a very expensive deck, though, to recreate this. Oh, I know. This particular edge doesn't come with that combo, but there is, you can get a silver edge and holographic. That would be kind of a nice combination. Except I have one deck that was silver edged and I really didn't like it that much. So you can also get purple edges, which I might do. I might do a version of these cards in purple, but I still couldn't get the holographic finish on top with purple. The only options are silver and gold edge with holographic finish, but never know, some future date they might have more choices. I mean, I didn't think they would update so much now, you know, and I'm very pleased that they now have this beautiful holographic rainbow edge and booklets. So those are 2 things that I really am excited about, because I like working with Make Playing Cards. It's very straightforward, it's easy to use. I have a tutorial on it if you want to check out my tutorial how to use it. A couple of tutorials how to use makeplayingcards.com to make a deck yourself. And you know, it's made in China, so it takes a little while to get to you, but it's not too bad. And the shipping gets a little expensive, but other than that, I think it's pretty affordable and fun. All right, and so the extra cards here in the extended deck that you can still get for a limited time is the Enchantress and the Guardian and the First Kiss. So now we have the Ace of Wands, same in both decks. 2 of Wands are the same. The 3 of Wands are the same. 4 of Wands is the same. 5 of Wands the same. 6 of Wands is the same. 7 of Wands. 8 of Wands. I want to see how the difference is because I worked really hard on this one. Get more of those purples popping, see? Pretty close though to the original. I mean to the OG. This one's so scratched though. The 9 is the same. 10 of Wands is the same. All right, and so the difference between the extended version and just the traditional size tarot is that I added princes and princesses along in the court cards. And if you still want an extended version deck, then stay tuned. I have a sneak preview for you. All right, and then we have the Page of Wands. So yeah, I feel like that's definitely enhanced quite a bit. Did good on that one. The Knight of Wands. He's hard too. He was hard. Very pixelated kind of face. See all that? And I got it nice and smooth. So yeah. 2 of Wands. Also my King of Wands. I'm not sure I like the update that much, but see the original was, it was like painterly, right? Which is good. Like it's just, I just wanted to make it smoother, so it kind of went with the rest of the smooth images. All right, and my original, I mean in my extended holographic deck, well, it's kind of original. I had 2 versions of Ace of Cups. I really like her, but I decided to let her go for now and just use this one. And so I don't know why I got the feet this time, but it gives it a more, I don't know, you can see the water drip. I see it splashing in the pool, so I feel like that lends sort of an extra element. Anyway. And then we have the 2 of Cups. The 3 of Cups. And the book cover. So I was able somehow to get some of these, like a reflection of light through here. And it adds it, it gives it a little, you know, more of that rainbow energy, the holographic without having the holographic, you know what I mean? And the 4 of Cups. Five of Cups is the same. 6 of Cups is the same. 7 of Cups is the same. 8 of Cups is the same. 9 of Cups. This one also, I like the holographic version. It does give it a nice, hopeful energy, but it almost feels like this one's holographic too, just for the way the light dances off of it. So I'm not unhappy about it. I'm very happy. What am I trying to say? By the way, I'm very happy with my new deck. Actually. All right, so here's the new 10 of Cups. And so here's Henry VIII. We're phasing him out. I think it's a beautiful image. You can see his hand holding the tree back so she can go. But this image was hard to find to get a more detailed version of it. So I decided to phase that one out. And, you know, I really am attracted to this one. This is very, to me, a little bit more romantic, which is what my deck is about. And the 10 of Cups to me is about an all-encompassing contentment, you know, blissful feeling, just like being totally in love. And this really, to me, sets that off. And then in my extended version, we have princes and princesses. Of course, I said that. And if you didn't hear that the first time, check out the next chapter to see a surprise. Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups. Okay, and so in my holographic, we have two kings, this young and the old king, because I couldn't decide. I feel like the young king is too young. The old king, he didn't give me the romantic energy I was looking for. And so I feel more fatherly, which is good because we do need the fatherly image too as well in the kings. I mean, I don't know, he's okay. I like him. I don't know. And then I couldn't find this image to, you know, to get an enhanced version of it. I couldn't find this image either. So I decided to create one new singular King of Cups, which also reflects things that have changed in my life and my King of Cups. Okay, so now we have the Ace of Swords going into the swords. No change there. Two of Swords. Let's compare. Yep, it's still pretty good. The Three of Swords. Little richer hues. Four of Swords. So I'm able to get that holographic energy without having to go holographic, I think, in some of these images. And I don't know, but I feel I'd much rather have the edge colored when shuffling. It just kind of picks up the light. It's really nice. And the Six of Swords, they're the same. Seven of Swords is the same. Eight of Swords is the same. Nine of Swords is the same. 10 of Swords is the same. And then there's our additional prints here in the extended holographic. And like I said, stay tuned for the next chapter and you can see a surprise about that. Upcoming deck. Page of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords is the same. Well, actually, it is a little different. So I originally kept this little black fella in there as a way to represent, you know, ethnicity and multiple skin color, but it also kind of gave the image of servant or slave, and I didn't want that kind of energy to the card, so I took that away. I didn't want to connotate anything in that regard, so I thought it was better not to have it. So I hope you feel the same. And also like the vivid whites in his armor. The Queen is the same. King is the same, but I feel like yeah, he's the same. Okay, now the Pentacles. Ace is the same. The 2 is the same. Yeah, they're pretty good. The 3 is the same, but I definitely worked a little harder on this one. Let's see if you can tell the differences. One of the things I had problem with was his skin tone was sort of green, and I was trying to make them both look peachier. Yeah. Okay. Four of Pentacles is the same. And the Five of Pentacles, kind of different coloring. A little bit more of the purples in this one, or the bluer hues, which makes more sense. It's for the Five of Pentacles. And this one, that's pretty good detail, but sometimes it gets, like I said, too painterly. But I was able to find a good one that it's not, just a little sharper. I don't know. I like them both. But I'm leaning more towards the blues in that one. And then this deck, I chose two Six of Pentacles to choose from. The Lady feeding the lambs, and also the Six of Pentacles of the Knight taking care of the kids, which I thought they both were sweet. And yeah, so if you still miss the extra cards, you still can buy this deck for a little limited time, but there is another deck coming up that I'm going to show you right after we're done with this one in the next chapter. So the Seven of Pentacles is different, and mostly because I was feeling like this dress was repeating too much, and you know, I was like, or these colors, you know, the reds were too much in this deck, and I wanted to tone it down, and also, you know, to symbolize the child because of taking away or not having any children cards in the original, you know, in the traditional type deck. And also we have another one where there's the bending over, picking where is it? The two of Pentacles is bending over and picking up. And in fact, I believe this image is almost a flip of this with red hair. I mean, they're so similar that I decided that that maybe I needed more variety, and so I chose this one, and I thought she was pretty. And here's that same color again. So yeah. I feel like maybe the only card, that image that I don't like that as much that I altered is the Nine of Pentacles. She's really, really red or orangey in this one. And this one turned a little green. But it does also look kind of holographic, right? So there you go. It almost like looks like it's catching light. Anyway, so. And Ten of Pentacles the same. And then here's our Princess of Pentacles in the extended. And we have the Page of Pentacles is the same. And that was the original cover. I think I have the hues are a little more blue, but see, it's kind of hard to tell in the holographic because certain lighting it looks bluer and certain lighting it looks golder. All right, so our Knight of Pentacles, you know, I never thought he was all that, like something about him bothered me anyway, and I was trying to find a new Knight of Pentacles because he's okay, but I just wanted to retire him. And also this image, you know, like kind of the same slave or servant energy that I didn't like too much, and I decided to incorporate a feminine, female alternative energy for the Knight. It doesn't always have to be a male or masculine. It can be Joan of Arc. And I'm named after Joan of Arc, so I feel like that infuses a little my energy in there too, my real name. All right, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles is the same. And the King of Pentacles is the same. All right, so stay tuned for the next portion of this flip through review, which is a sneak preview of a future deck. And here is the sneak preview of the next deck. So it's the same romantic, enchanted romance tarot, which is going to be in a velvet bag, probably a purple bag. And when I first had it printed, I had it printed accidentally the wrong size. So this is a deck that some of you may be interested in. I might do a giveaway. Soon I will be doing giveaways for my birthday, which is in August, the channel anniversary, and it's my 5-year anniversary. So look forward to lots of giveaways and fun things, fun games and things like that for us. So basically this is the extended deck, and it's going to be borderless. And right now the extended deck is not going to be edged in any color, and it's to keep costs down. So this one's going to be so many cards for about $30 or something like that. Very inexpensive, maybe $40 after taxes, but a very inexpensive deck that's going to be borderless with a lot of images. So we have all these traditional images that you saw in the other decks with this Emperor and the 2 Hierophants. Very bright, cheery. It's going to be with this wheel, but you'll also get this wheel as well. With this Justice, I don't think I included the other Justice, but maybe. Temperance, the 2 Devils, Star in the Moon, the Sun, and see how, I don't know, but something about the borderless makes it really, like, the images stand out. Very bright. The Enchantress, you can still get her. A new one called the Shadow. I love this one because she is drawing the shadow of her knights, and so this could be talking about shadow sides, and it could also talking about artists and things like that. I think it's a very provocative image, and I love having that. Then we have the First Kiss still in this deck, and all the original wands. As you can see, this version I didn't do so well with the borderless, the edging, so I definitely have to work. The borderless is going to be very fine-tuned and detailed without any mistakes. This one had a few mistakes. So if you want a deck full of mistakes, but it's small and mini for, I don't know, for free, it'll be free for somebody out there. Has all the kids in it, all the children, the pages, and the princesses. I mean, the prince and princesses. This one has the Ace of Cups with the feet. Now this is a new one. 10 of Cups with all these kids. That instead of the romantic one that you saw in my rainbow version. The rainbow version had the Viking hugging the full-figured woman, kissing her. And this one, I was going to use this in the new deck. And I thought, no, I love the children aspect, but it is enchanted romance after all. So I wanted to focus more on couples than necessarily the family, but it's nice to have this as an option too. And all of these. If you watch the first 2 chapters, then you know what the changes are and what not. If you didn't watch them, go back and watch them. Somebody's poking out at you. And another princess. I guess in this deck, her eyes just really like the blue are just so super blue. There's Joan again. I guess it didn't keep the old knights. So some things will be missing in this deck. So here's some extra cards. So this has 100 cards in it and have all these extras that you can play with any way you want to, add them to your reading or not. We have the Charmer. I might number them, I might not. It just depends. The Jolly One, like look at that face. Isn't he handsome? And it's just such beautiful detail. The Pensive One. Just feel like we just need some more men and women representations. It gives it sort of an oracle, added additional oracle energy if you so choose. It's the Listener. The Peacock. Kind of had fun with that one. The Ten of Wands option here. The burden and caring, but you know, but also like it's a burden and a pleasure. We have that other Ace of Cups, which is so beautiful as an additional. This is one of the most traditional Waterhouse images that you can find out there, and I just had to put it in here. The Mirror is another just like a beautiful image, so I just gave it a nice wording. But you can, it's beautiful, you know, mirrors and shadows. Those are things that we've come across a lot that you may not tap into necessarily in the tarot. So it gives you a little additional kind of oracle energy. And the Natural One, another beautiful image that I felt like needed to be featured. And there you have it. That is going to be a beautiful extended borderless edition that is coming soon. I will get the full size of it, and then this deck will be one that I'll be giving away, this little mini version of it. So I hope you like that, and thank you so much for your patience in watching this and your patronage. And pretty soon, I'm pretty certain that Make Playing Cards will open this to be sold. So I will let you know when that happens in a community post, and let you know when this deck is going to be available, and I'll also let you know when the old holographic deck will be phased out. But you can still get readings with this anytime you want to. And I'll see you around. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.